Hello, BCS family! I am teacher Erly, grade 5 advisor, your storyteller for today. The title of the story is The Burning of the Rice Fields by Sarah Cone Bryant. Before we start with the story, I want you to think first of the following questions. The first one is, how did Yoni show respect to his grandfather? Second, is it good to obey even though you do not know the reason, and why? Third, why did the grandfather set the rice fields on fire? And the last one, what sacrifices was made to save the people from death? Was it worth it? At the end of the story, you will be able to answer these following questions. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. The Burning of the Rice Fields by Sarah Cone Bryant. Once there was a good old man who lived upon a mountain far away in Japan. All around his little house, the mountain was flat and the ground was rich. On that flat land were the rice fields with all the people who live in the village at the mountain's foot. Mornings and evenings, the old man and his grandson who lived with him used to look far down on the people at the work in the village. They saw the blue sea which lay all around the land, so close that there was no room for fields below, for only house. The little boy loved the rice field dearly, for he knew that all good food for all the people came from them. He often helped his grandfather watch over them. One day, the grandfather was standing alone before his house, looking far down at the people and out at the sea. Suddenly, he saw something very strange far off where the sea and the sky meet. Something like a great cloud was rising there, as if the sea were lifting itself high into the sky. The old man put his hand to his eyes and looked again, hard as his old sight could. Then he turned and ran to the house. "Yoni, Yoni," he cried, "bring a brand from the heart." The little grandson could not imagine what his grandfather wanted of fire, but he always obeyed, so he ran quickly and brought the brand. The old man already had one and was running for the rice field. Yoni ran after, but what was his horror to see his grandfather thrust his burning brand into the dry rice. "Oh, grandfather, grandfather!" screamed the little boy. "What are you doing?" "Quick, set fire! Thrust your brand in," said the grandfather. Yoni, though his dear grandfather, had lost his mind and he began to sob. But the little Japanese boy always obeys, so though he sobbed, he thrust his torch in and the sharp flame ran up and the dry stalk, red and yellow. In an instant, the field was ablaze and thick black smoke began to pour up on the mountainside. It rose like a cloud, black and fierce, and in no time the people below saw that their precious rice fields were on fire. Ah, how they ran! Men, women, and children climbed the mountain, running as fast as they could to save the rice. No one's soul stayed behind, and when they came to the mountain top and saw the beautiful rice crop all in flames, beyond help they cried bitterly. "So who has done this thing? How did it happen?" "I set fire," said the old man very solemnly, and the little boy grandson said, "Grandfather set fire." But when they came fiercely round old man with why, he only turned and pointed. "Look," he said. They all turned and looked, and they were all where the blue sea hand led, so calm and mighty wall water, reaching from the earth to sky, whirling in. No one could scream, so terrible was the sight. The wall of the water rolled in on the land, passed quite over the place where the village had been, and broke with an awful sound on the mountainside. One wave more, and still one more came, and then all was water as far as they could look below. The village where they had been as under sea, but the people were all safe. And when they saw what the old man had done, they honored him above all men for the quick wit which had saved them for all from the tidal wave. That's the end of the story. Hope you like it. Bye!